let me hand over to Adrian now, who is also one of the judges and mentors. Adrian, are you with us on stage?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Fantastic.
Hi.
Great. So Adrian, you are a data scientist at New Native.
Right, that's right.
Yeah, fantastic. And you will also be one of the judges and mentors.
That's right.
What is it that you are looking forward to the most?
I'm looking for the systems like Jarvis. I think from Iron Man. I hope one of the team can build the something like Jarvis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my goal.
Well, I love your high expectations because you know how they say you should shoot for the moon, even if you miss it, you land on the star. So that's great. And what advice do you have for the participating teams?
My advice is similar advice which said Erwin, to have open mind, because the GPT-3 is a really powerful tool, and we can do a lot of things there. So just be open mind and try everything.
Fantastic. And this is the right keyword, GPT-3. You're now going to give us an insight into how this platform works. So handing over to you, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, do you see my presentation? Okay, great. So good morning, everyone. I have a pleasure to talk about the real magic of AI. I would like to describe how GPT-3 works. And my name is Adrian. I work for New Native Group as a data scientist. My team use GPT-3 every day. So I'm going to show you what you can do with AI like this. As a first example, yesterday we said birthday wishes for our leader by Discord bot, which is connected with GPT-3. So GPT-3 is a generative pre-trained transformer, which is able to understand the text. GPT-3 can create, compile, edit, insert, and classify a text, code, or even emojis. And before I show you how to use the GPT-3, I would like to say a few words about existing applications which are using GPT-3. And Codex is a system built also by OpenAI. It allows to create JavaScript code by text. And I can show you a simple game which was created in 8 sentences. And this game is like Snake. And I create this just using this 8 sentences. So it's really powerful to create a lot of websites, a lot of tools, just with some phrases. The other tool is DALL-E. It's also created by OpenAI. And DALL-E can create images which are described by you. And last time I wrote this sentence to DALL-E, and it's generate the images like this in just 30 seconds. So it's really fast to generate a lot of images. The OpenAI, one of the team from OpenAI also prepare GPT-3 to resolve the math problems, and they create the AI which can resolve problems like a kid from 9 to 12 years old. So it's really amazing. And now I will show you how you can first log in to OpenAI. So you have to go to the page beta.openai.com. Now you have to sign up by your email. Then you have to sign up. You have to write your email, then you have to activate your account. And because OpenAI is giving $83 for everyone, you have to write your phone number to activate the account. And when you log in, you will be able to open Playground, where you can do whatever you want. For example, we can write asking for a recipe for a cake. Right, a cake. And we got the ingredients, instructions, and other stuff to create some cake. But I don't recommend to use it. But there are another option, like you can write a recommendation for your friend. Right. And now we can try to translate it to the Greek. And with GPT-3, we can first generate our recommendation, and then we can translate it to the language which we want. Also, we can summarize some text. For example, I will copy some text about Jupiter, and we can summarize this text. For example, a second grade student. And it also just in few seconds summarized all text. We can put here the whole articles from the Forbes, for science, or whatever we want. We can also create chats, and we have to do the same. Just write some instruction for him, and because this neural network, it's working better when they have some data. So firstly, we can give him some patterns, like this one, and then we can write what is AI, and Marv should answer this question in sarcastic response. Like this, we have the answer in sarcastic way. The other thing, we can, for example, convert our code from one language to another. For example, we can convert from JavaScript to Python, again, just with few comments. And we have a code in Python from JavaScript. I really like this example. So with emojis, that we can convert move titles to emojis. And for example, we can create emojis for Star Wars. Yeah, sometimes it's working better, sometimes it's worse. And to make it better, sometimes it's good to take bigger temperature. Yeah, and now I think it's a little better. The really useful thing is to list something from the text. For example, we can, for example, we want to list all vegetables from the text, from some story, for example. And now we just have to copy the text, paste, and the GPT-3 find the vegetables inside this text. And we can try to find it, and it exists in text 2 times. Also, GPT-3 allows us to classify the text. And this is from our system. We're using this command, this prompt in our Discord bot when we want to end our conversation with our bot. So if someone write here, thanks for that, goodbye, it should return bye. Yes, sorry, bye. Yes. And if you write some tips for him, it will works better. So, for example, if someone thank you, that probably say yes, and it's yes when I say it. Thank you for that. Goodbye. So you can use it GPT-3 also to classify the text. How what is the bias of the message? Yes. And this is only the playground, but we can also use it inside our code. We can create this in Python or in JavaScript. And to do this, we have to go to the documentation. And inside documentation, we have quick start tutorials. We have text, some guides, API reference. And I will show you how you can create the simple application with OpenAI and with Streamlit to this is the library to display, to build a web application very fast. So firstly, we have to open our Python code, and firstly we build our web application. So to do this, we have to import a library like Streamlit. To install it, just write pip install Streamlit. I have already, so I will not install it. And then to create the web application, you have to write comments like, for example, st header and some header GPT. And now if we run it, sorry, run it by the command stream lead run interface. It will create a simple application like this, just with GPT-3 application. A lot of stuff, what we can do exactly in Streamlit are in documentation. And there are a lot of different things like charts, like tables, like maps, like selections. So you can check it. But when we back to our application, so now we have some header, and we to connect with our GPT-3, we have to have API key, and this API key we can get from the website. We have to go to the our profile, the API key, create new secret key, create, then copy it, and you can use it inside your Python code. But because this is API key and nobody can see it, we can do it like this. We can create a input in our application, like text input, name it with type password. Then we can create some other header, for example, st header, and we can create, for example, chatbot with our Marv bot. And then we have to create another text input when we write some question for him. So another one more time, it will be here. We have to have a variable API. Okay, and now we have to create our GPT-3 object. So we can create a new Python file, GPT-3. We add to the GitHub, and to create it, we have some example on the documentation in OpenAI, beta OpenAI, and here we can find how to build it with Python and how to build it with JavaScript. So to create it, we have to first import OpenAI library, and again we have to install it by pip, and then we can create the class GPT-3 GPT def, and here we can put API key. And this allows us to connect with the GPT-3 by requests. And then we have to create some engine. So def GPT-3 temperature and prompt. And then we have just to copy it from the documentation, the correct comment. And we have some engine, DaVinci 002, some prompt, which will be from the function, temperature, and max tokens. Max tokens is how long should be text as a output. So in this 10 lines, we have created our GPT-3 engine, which we can create in our application. So GPT-3 is equal and our API key. So now we need some prompt. And to do this, we can also create a new file, name prompt. Also add to GitHub. And here we can just copy it from our example, the text for our bot. But first we have to define our function, like from question and answers, and question as input, as argument. Then return as a string with f. And then view question and Marv will answer on this question. So we have a prompt for our engine. And now we have to create a button, and to create a button is just another simple comment like if st button, for example, answer. So if someone click this button, the function will, the if will run. And here we can write GPT-3, temperature, for example, 0.8, and our prompt is, we have to import it from prompt. And our question for Marv. And in this way, we create our application, which can send a question and get the answer from the bot. Yes. And first, we have to put some firstly, you have to write our API key. Give me a second. I have to log in one more time for some reason. I copy it. It's invisible. And now we can ask some question, for example, like before, what is AI? And answer. It's we can see that there was sent the request to OpenAI. And okay, we don't we sent the but we didn't display this on our web application. So one more time, st write in the square, and we can save it and back to the our application, return, and now it should, or it's running. Yeah, we have the sarcastic answer from our bot. We can, for now, this is just on our local server, so only for us. But we can also display this we can deploy this on the server of Streamlit. And to do this, we have to first send this to our GitHub account. So we have to comment our changes. But first we have to add some requirements. New file. Add our two libraries. So in our version is OpenAI and Streamlit. Do check which version you have of some libraries. It's easy. You have to write stream. Yeah, and yeah, it's even newest version. But we can stay with Streamlit 1.8 and OpenAI 18. And we can save it. And now we can commit it to our and push it to our repository. So git -f to add all files, -m to get message. And now everything is on the GitHub in the repository GPT-3 Hackathon. And now we can log in to the website share Streamlit and here we can log in by our GitHub account and create new application. And we have to choose our repository, branch, and name of the application. So in our situation is interface. Yeah, and we can deploy it. We can see that it's preparing some systems. It's cloning repository. It will install the Streamlit and OpenAI. So when it's working, I can show you our solution for our Discord bot. And we connect the Discord bot with GPT-3, and just by pinging our bot, we can, for example, do the same thing what we can do in Playground, but plus some other function like who are you? Yeah, he answered that he working for new native company, and he is from the USA, but now is living in Poland. Because we prepared him to answer like this on a question like this. For example, we can also talk with him. For example, we can ask, can we talk? And in our situation, when we ask him, can we talk? He is changing the mode to conversation. And now he remember what we write in our talk. For example, we can ask him to write for my friend Laszlo. Yeah, and he writes some wishes for Laszlo. And now we can end our conversation mode by writing thanks for that. Send me to Discord. Goodbye. And now it should end our conversation. And when it's information that sent me to the Discord or something like that, please send or whatever you want. It's sending this whole conversation to my Discord message. And also it works when we want to send some email, but this is one of the options. And the really amazing option is to make unstructured data readable for this bot. So we put as an input the unstructured data with a lot of emails, phone numbers, names, bios, and so on. And now we can write what is email of Adrian, and as a return, it should we have my email from a database which is unstructured, so it finds in this data my email. So now I think we can back towards our Streamlit. Again, I will copy API key, and again I can ask a question. What is AI? Ask IBM, for example. And this link I can send to you and to everybody, and can open and work with my application. So I think in 15 minutes I create the simple application which is deployed on the server, which is connected with GPT-3, which can answer on the questions. Yes. And this is everything what I prepare for you. If you have any question, you can ask me by Discord, and I will help you.
Hi everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning.
Product market fit.
GPT-3 is a generative pre-trained transformer.
20% of the full training.
In the next few years, there will be businesses that implement artificial intelligence and businesses that don't exist anymore.
It's the time for you to shine.
Our team focused on the game industry.
So our web application just want to use GPT-3 to scan through the chat, basically summarize some important information.
We created our interactive system inspired by Stephen King.
Our product is a AI-based skincare specialist, and we have named it Dr. Tina.